shooting this. I got a
Hi,
budget.
I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. No one knows Carcino and none of these. There's so much going on in the world. And I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and there was a live stream that went on that I didn't catch all of it because I had to get ready and prepped and get to the Bears game, to the where we're gonna watch the Bears and everything. So football came into play, and Gilbert Arenas came up on Kwame Brown's platform along with Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels has his own platform. It's called, I believe, the Millionaire Podcast or something like that. Let me make sure I got that correct. It is the Millionaire Morning Show. That's it. The Millionaire Morning Show with Anton Daniels. So he just decided to come up on the platform of Kwame Brown to go over this Gilbert Arenas situation. And we all know it by now, but in case you've been under a rock, Gilbert Arenas was doing an interview, or basically just in a podcast chat with Lowlights, the guy Low from Lowlights, and he was just asking basic questions, and they were just volunteering all this information. And Low actually brings the information up like it's crazy, like it just didn't make sense to Low. It didn't make sense to a lot of us that somebody would do get themselves involved in a situation like that. Now, Gilbert Arenas has been speaking to me behind the scenes for the past 2 years. So everything about these deals I've been knowing about. When I interviewed him 8 weeks into the show's existence, we sat down and did an interview. Well, he came on my platform and we had a discussion about it. And I basically told him the show sucks, what was wrong with it. And they started to fix and tweak certain things with the show after denying that the show had anything wrong with it. I told them what was wrong with it. They knew. And we could fix it. So over the time, I said, this is going to phase out. The popularity of Kwame Brown is the reason this show is what it is. So people started to gravitate towards it. So now, Anton Daniels, what's up, Outlaw? So now Anton Daniels comes in and he comes on the platform and they started to go over the video and what he thought about the situation. As Kwame Brown was basically going over the situation about, giving up 50%. He was not disrespectful to Gilbert at all. Like, he thinks Gilbert's going to get a lot of money out of this deal. When it's time for him to get the bag or whatever, that he's going to actually get a big bag. He thinks that that's going to work out for Gilbert. He really doesn't care one way or another what it is that Gilbert Arenas is doing. He really don't care. Gilbert wants him to care so bad. Now, that's the problem. And no one seems to be paying attention to all of the things that Gilbert does, even though Kwame expressively lay it out and say, look, this is what this guy's doing. We've shown text messages, everything. He tells you in the messages, everything that he's doing. And these people are blinded by stardom, that they ignore it and act like they don't see it and just proceed to move forward. Now, when he brought Anton Daniels up, he let him talk, and we're going to, of course, because every time I show up, they win, Outlaw. When I go there, you see what happens when I show up, right? They win. That's 4 times I done showed up there, and they won 4 in a row. Now, if I don't show up next week, what's gonna happen? No, the rest of them are taking a trip out to Baltimore. Now, if I go there and we win, it's, that's what's up. Now, here's where the problem lies, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into this. This was earlier today.
And hold on, here you go, y'all. What's going on, bro?
What up, bro?
Chilling.
What's the word?
Did you get a chance to see Gil up here earlier?
I didn't, but the people they hit me up and told me that he was up here.
Yeah,
I haven't seen. I didn't see what he said though. What did he say? Give me the cliff notes.
He pretty much dissed you without knowing anything about you. So I think you should just take it with a grain of salt.
Hold
But
on.
I think,
Wait. We're gonna stop right there. That nigga know who I am.
oh, he know who you are?
That nigga know who I am.
Well, I told him I pretty much use you as a reference point because I'm like, bro, I would rather have my channel like Anton. He killing it. He got a bunch of different channels and they all do well. He got his own setup, his own programming. I'm like, why wouldn't you try to learn from somebody like that? And he like, he don't got no money. Where's his studio? Where's his production? Straight on the defense instead of understanding the ownership value in it.
Now I understand why Anton Daniels came up and what made him, getting on the live. He probably didn't hear that because I didn't hear what Gilbert said either, because I wasn't there when Gilbert was on. Like I told you earlier, I was at getting ready, getting dressed, getting ready. Now earlier I was listening to it. Gil wasn't on there when I was sending the super chats and all that stuff. Gil wasn't on there yet. So all of a sudden, when I dip out, Gil pops up and goes on the live and talks to Kwame and everything. And me and Anton Daniels, missed all of this, right? We missed all of it. So now we come to the game and we come to the realization that, okay, there's a massive problem here. Something's wrong. Something's not adding up. Like, why is this dude, just because Kwame Brown gave credit to somebody else, Kwame Brown didn't even have to say Anton Daniels. He could have said any other YouTube. He could be like, Knuckle Up UK, Knuckle Up UK, then, hey, that's what's up. They're the future or whatever. Why can't you do it like them? Oh, Knuckle, they ain't got no money. They broke. That's just the reactionary thing from Gilbert Arenas. He will attack friends. He will attack his own cousin, his father. Anybody you say, he gonna talk down on him. So it had nothing to really do with Anton Daniels. He'll act like he don't even know him. He probably just talked to Anton like yesterday or something. That's just his nature. That's who he is. He's a jealous man. He's jealous of anybody doing better than him. Cam and Mace is doing better than him. And when I brought that to the light, you don't hear Cam and Mace out here talking about, well, we don't know what's going on. I don't know why they cut our show and why we only could do this many shows. And oh my God. And you see, they don't have this problem. And they went underdog. You know why they don't have these problems? Because Cam owns his own IP. And when you don't own your IP, like Gil, you see where you end up. Now, let's let this cook.
You know who I am.
Well, Gil, you need to come back up here, bro, because I think, like I said, it would be beneficial to learn. He said he needed infrastructure. From what I see on what you do, looks like you could help him with the infrastructure.
Wait. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I don't mind. I do 100 million views a month independently, and I don't need no backing. I ain't got nobody in my pockets. I don't have no partners. And I built my shit out the mud. And I didn't need an NBA career in order to leapfrog off of it.
And that's what I'm confused of. You a motherfucking all-star, and
Now, that sounds like a self-made man. And he didn't have to, he's not famous like Gilbert Arenas. Gil likes to throw that, I'm getting these deals. I came on YouTube. I got all this. I got this. They want to do that because of me. Nobody was thinking about you until you tied yourself to Kwame Brown. So to go down that road, and you say Anton's a liar. Well, I don't know him well enough to call the man a liar. So I would take him at what he's saying. I mean, the one channel I see, he does very well with views. So I wouldn't put it past him if he does 100 million views in a month. That's a great accomplishment.
and I used you as a reference because you're not a basketball player. You could talk sports, politics, whatever.
And I'll show my numbers. I'll show my numbers.
Why couldn't he do the same shit is what I don't understand.
I do 100 million views minimum a month.
Damn. That's
100
crazy.
million consistently. And I don't need no partners and no subscriptions. I don't need nobody.
So he asked, where's your studio? Where's your this? Where's your production?
It's where I was born and raised. It's in Detroit, where I was born and raised. And I put my own money up. And I put my own money up. And I spent $100,000, and that's facts. And I actually documented it. I spent $100,000 to build my own studio in my own city.
So let me ask you this: what advice would you have given Gil for his? You heard what he said, and he didn't know.
I didn't hear what he said. I didn't hear.
I'm talking about when you went over that first video when he was talking about he wanted the infrastructure.
I think it's cool.
Okay.
I don't have no problem with it. I think that there's different ways to skin a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem whatsoever with the way that he built his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's cool to partner. It's cool to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can build up a company and you want to sell it, and then you start a new one and you do different things. I think that Gilbert Arenas is incredibly entertaining. As a matter of fact, I gave him props. And I said that I think that he had the #1 basketball show. I still think that he do.
I tried to tell him you gave him props.
Yeah, I gave him props, 100%. But here's the thing, Kwame. People hear what they want to hear. And so you can say 10 positive things about somebody and then 2 things that you don't agree with, and they're going to get in their feelings about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that he dope. I love it. I watch his shit all the time. I'm cool with Rashad. You know what I'm saying? I think that he real dope. I think that what he got and what he put together, he put something together that's really awesome. So I'm not really sure. Gil act like a female, bro.
And that's the realest statement to be said right there. He's acting like a female. And that's really an insult to females because all females don't act like that. Let's just say he has a lot of feminine tendencies that a male shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like a male shouldn't have that. It should be directed for its intended target. You know what I'm saying? Like that's supposed to be for, for a man is supposed to handle business, provide, step up, be all these things. And you just don't see that when you're dealing with somebody like Gilbert Arenas, unfortunately. And that's a growing problem because for most that's out there, they want to see somebody who's going to stand 10 toes down, and for obvious reasons, right? Hit the like button up, good people. Thank you very much. Now, for him to say, hey, what's up? Now he says, and he thinks Gil is got a great show. I disagree, but to each his own. He likes the show. I really, it's a hard listen and a hard watch for me. Gilbert Arenas show does not, I do not get excited for it at all because they don't have basketball debates. They're having debates on LeBron James or Steph Curry, who's the best shooter on the team. I can't have these type of discussions because to me, it's just not making sense. So if things aren't making sense, then I have a sense that I need to not pay attention to them.
If we just gonna keep it 100, Gil act like a female, bro. Like he easily offended.
I've been saying that shit for 4 years.
He easily offended. You know what I'm saying? He still got that little kid mentality, but he got talent like a motherfucker.
Yeah. I think he knows how to leverage. I think he knows how to leverage his celebrity because he wouldn't have had the infrastructure if he wouldn't have sold 50% of the show. Then he wouldn't have been able to afford Kenya Martin and all the people that's on the show.
Which Gilbert is cool. Arenas, you get the bag.
I know. I told him that. Just be honest about it. He gets offended that I say the truth. I don't find the truth as something offensive. If somebody said, nigga, Kwame, you can't shoot free throws. Hell, you can look it up. I only made like 54% of them. That's not going to piss me off. That's the truth. Right. And so he get offended by the truth. The truth is, him by himself on a show is not very entertaining. And he got mad at me saying that.
Well, that's why his main platform is at 200,000 subscribers.
Well, no, that's with a push because somebody owned a piece of that, I think he said.
I can't speak on the business side of it. I only speak on what he shared. So he put the information out there and said that they got 50% of his platform. Mm-hmm. He said that. So I reacted to it.
Well, he only mad at me.
And that's exactly what everybody has done. I was one of the first people to react to it. When the news first broke, because I was watching it live while Lowe was doing it. Then I went on Lowe channel. Like me and Lowe, we talked about other things. We didn't just harp on Gil. We were talking about the Joe Budden deal. We was talking about Rory and Maul. We was talking about other things. So it wasn't even about Gil because we had a universal understanding, me and Lowe, that this was not smart. No matter how he's trying to swing it, no matter how he's trying to make it sound, it's not good business. And we'll get to that.
Let's be clear. He need help. Every fucking let's be clear. Like if we gonna do an apples to apples comparison, and let's be also very clear. I don't know how much money he got, but I got crazy assets. And I'm a deca millionaire. And I'll pull those receipts out too. So I don't have nothing to lose. Me versus Gil, which this ain't a me versus Gil. I'm just going based off of what you said. Me versus Gil, I got everything to gain and he got everything to lose. And I'll go to the depths of hell.
I don't think it would be even a challenge because what I said 4 years ago, Gil just exposed. Most of your average celebrities are just figureheads. They are there to sell a product. They're like brand ambassadors. We all thought P. Diddy owned DeLeon Liquor. You find out he's just a brand ambassador. That's what they do with black celebrities.
I don't think that I don't have no problem with getting a bag. I'm just saying that
but the ownership part.
And here's the thing: when they say they're a deca millionaire, what they're saying is they're over 10. For those who like what that means, he's deca. Deca means over 10, like over 10. So he's over 10 million is what he's trying to say. He's a Deca millionaire. For those who don't understand what that is.
I respect that more because to me, you got both. You got the ownership and you got the bag out of it. So if I was the one to do anything, I want to do that.
I'm not even playing it for the money at this point, like the short-term money. I want to build a fucking multimedia powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? So my goal, I got a 10-year, 15-year play. I'm not even on the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think he pick and choose he's very careful with who he pick and choose. Gil, listen, over the years, Gil has done a lot of corny shit, but we give him grace because he's absolutely entertaining and he's awesome with his ability to be able to draw in the audience. That's just the facts.
I wouldn't say Gilbert is the person that's drawing in the audience. If you watch Gilbert Arenas and you watch his platforms, it's not him that's bringing in the audience. It's always somebody else. I think Rashad McCants bring in the audience a lot more. Nobody's really tuning in for Gilbert Arenas. And that's only because Anton Daniels probably see it from one side of the coin. He probably sees it from one angle. And when you're seeing it from one angle or one side, you're going to have, like, let's say he started really paying attention to Gil once he got on Underdog Fantasy. Gilbert had his show before Underdog Fantasy. Gil, and this is about Gil's third show. And he talking about, I don't know YouTube. He was on Football TV. They had a show where Mia Khalifa, the adult film star, Gilbert Arenas, and somebody else. They all had another show. Then comes Josiah. Josiah gets on the show. Then that flips. And then that grows into something else. And it keeps evolving and changing. But it's not necessarily changing for the better. Now, he's never been like to the point he is right now as far as attention, because he would always try to start something with Kwame Brown because he knows Kwame moves the needle. When Kwame says something, it gravitates everywhere. Everybody starts moving. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that. But Anton Daniels probably don't know him and go back as far as we went back with him for 4 years, you know, dealing with all of the shenanigans he's been doing behind the scenes with everything else. So, yeah, he probably just didn't go back that far.
The facts. If he's so fucking rich, then what he need a partner for to get his people paid?
That's what I asked.
I don't think these niggas got as much money as y'all think that they do. I'm gonna just keep it 100.
That's what I said, and I know it's facts.
I don't think these niggas got as much money. I think these niggas made a lot of money. I don't think they kept a lot of money. Who told us that these niggas got great investment advice and that they was able to hold a bag?
We get great investment advice, but I've warned what happened to most NBA players. They're getting robbed blind by these banking institutions.
I don't, man. Listen, bro. I'm not smitten by these celebrities. God bless you niggas. I think that these niggas can put up great jump shots, and they was very entertaining. But I'm not impressed like all the rest of these other niggas are. I'm not, bro. I seen too much, and I made too much fucking money on my own. And again, if we just want to go numbers for numbers, I don't think these niggas fucking with me on that either. But at the same time, I have to give them credit and I have to salute them. And the only thing I react to is the things that they put out there. I think he dope. I think he got a great platform. I think he put up big numbers. when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, basketball and all of that shit is dope. But I don't put these niggas on a pedestal like everybody else do.
Well, Gil's numbers are going to come from his associations, and so the real numbers that
And
you
that's
got
dope
that
too.
I had, yeah, the real numbers that you got that I had are real numbers. That you have a genuine audience. They come to listen to what you say. We
I
don't
got
know what the hell the numbers would
19,000
be.
people that subscribe to me on Patreon,
Exactly. That's fucking crazy.
paying between paying between $15 and $50 a month. I don't need
Man, that's
these
crazy.
niggas. I don't need no fucking body. I don't need these niggas.
Hey, did you have a wicked jump shot?
No.
This is what I be trying to tell niggas. And see, that's the arrogance of some players. This is the reason why I don't hang with a lot of basketball players. Because in their minds, because they shoot jumpers, because we shot jumpers, we the best shit in the world. And a lot of them don't know how to respect another nigga mind and respect another young lion. And then you come across a guy like Anton that's already self-made that don't have a jump shot. That's when a motherfucking businessman that understand life meets Jock, and it's a sad thing to see when you see it in real life, because you
I think
realize
that
that most of these guys are air pack.
I think that what he got is dope. I think that what he has is awesome and what he built is phenomenal. Um, but if he want to say who is him and where is his studio, I don't even need a studio, nigga. I could stream from my house. I could stream
That's
from
what
my
I was
living
telling them.
room.
I said you can stream
I
from
don't need no
anywhere. I said
fucking
I'm out here at
studio.
my property. Right. Everywhere you
I
go
don't
is
need
your
no fucking
studio.
studio. I could stream, nigga. I stream on an iPhone. I don't need no fucking big production. I don't need no company in my pocket.
Hello.
So I mean, like I said, I think that he dope, and I think that there's value that he has and his ability to be able to get it. But let me also say this, and I'm gonna throw this one out there too. I don't take money from gambling companies. I don't poison my people with addiction to fucking gambling. All money ain't good money. I don't need no partner that's gonna poison people and lead them into destruction. What you think that these niggas ain't come to me and say, we seen your numbers, we want to partner with you too? I don't.
That's what I be trying to tell people all the time. I get offers every day. Every day, whether they real, whether they fake, I get hit with them every single day. Straight like that. And everybody know it. They come in the game and they go, man, dog, let me tell you. I get people want to work for me. I got all these different things that's happening, that's transpired. But, you know, I'm just like, look, all of these opportunities that pop up and nobody else get to see, they don't know, they don't understand. This is the level of the mindset of the people who are there, who've been watching this whole thing play out. And they only believe, oh, you only doing this. I looked up and saw what your two channels are doing. You don't even do 15,000 a month. I'm like, do you really believe that? But it don't even matter because it's like it doesn't, that shouldn't even be your concern. But to think that this is all I do. I don't have investments. Like, that's what Anton Daniels is trying to tell him. Like, dude, he's like, I don't need underdog. Gilbert told me himself that they were getting like 1,300 per episode, meaning the other guys, not BJ, Rashad McCants, and Kenya Martin. And that's what I would get. And I was like, and you think Kwame Brown is going to do that? for $1,300 an episode. Are you crazy? Well, that's $3,000 a week. How much you getting on YouTube? And then I was like, they would have to do a deal with him. There's no way with the value of his channel. There's no way. I mean, Kwame Brown could go do a deal, the one that Gil got. Kwame Brown could do that today. And Gil know that. He could go right now to Underdog. If he gave up 50% of his platform to them, oh, it's off to the races. It is off to the races. Now, he would get a much bigger bag than Gil because of his drawing power of interest. You see, when they got to use tactics to try to stop people from seeing you, and they want to see you, people fight, claw, and scratch to get to Kwame Brown. After all the sabotage, no matter where he go, they want to hear from KB. So that's the people's choice. The people made that decision. No matter how much they try to go and sabotage.
I don't know what he thought.
I turned down gambling companies.
Yep.
I'm never going to take a fucking dollar from a gambling company. Not a fucking.
Now, I'm different because I gamble. So for him, I can understand why he wouldn't do that. But I've turned down a sponsorship from a gambling company who wanted to do a podcast show, and they wanted to put it up, the money, and I brought the information to Kwame Brown because the deal wasn't even for me. You know, they was going to pay me. I was going to be on the show, but the show was Jonathan Bender and Kwame Brown. You know, 2 first-round draft picks out of high school. And they had the show set up. They wanted to pitch during the show. And I said, all right, well, I'll get the information over to Kwame. And if his business partner and his team want to do it, you know, they can let me know and I'll make some appearances. But that deal was for them. They wanted to make a deal with Kwame Brown. So that was the gambling site. And the gambling company, they came talking bags and what you can get, but they're not talking about any of the, you know, the numbers, the figures, and saying, oh, when we sit down and we'll figure it all out. And, you know, let's talk to Kwame and get the players involved first. And if they sign on to it, then, you know, we'll go from there. I'm like, all right, whatever. But see, I know how to license, you know, my information. Like I got a channel that I license things for. You know, I got footage that's exclusive of Floyd Mayweather that nobody owns but me. So if someone uses that, I have the license for that. So they have to basically ask my permission and they'll use it for a documentary or whatever. I get paid off of that. And then the movie that went to the theaters, it didn't break the movie barrier, but Blackfish movie, I get paid. They used my video. They got permission. And my video is at 28 million right now. I get a check every month for that. Every month, a check comes in the mail. Well, it don't come in the mail. They send a receipt saying that, you know, where they deposited. So it still goes to the same account. So I just get a records sent to my house. Now, all of these things that they're talking about is real talk.
Underdog, not a vandal. Fuck them. Fuck them all. I don't care nothing about these niggas. I'm not gonna poison people. I would never put an advertisement out for money that I think is gonna negatively impact people.
Shit, Gil don't give a damn. He chasing the bag.
And that's cool. And I don't knock it. But all money for me ain't good money. I'd rather make my 10 M's in my life and live a phenomenal life, have a great daughter, a good family, and know that I left this earth in a better space had I not been here, than take 100 M's and sell out.
Mm-mm-mm. If only you can get more people to understand that. Cause do you not know that majority of people are taking them 100 M? They see that
God
as a
bless him.
win.
The
They'll take
devil,
no
the devil
ownership.
always get his way. The devil
Listen.
always gonna have people to get his way.
Instead of taking 25, 30% of the company that's gonna pay you over a lifetime, they'll take the 50 M's, the 100 M's that pay them one lump sum that you're gonna get taxed on right away, and you just waiting to go broke.
God bless him. I don't serve the devil. I
Now
don't
that's
serve the
very
devil. And that's not to say that I'm a good, like that I'm 100% do everything the right way. I got my own fucking vices. I got my own problems, but I'll be damned if I push it on everybody else.
Man.
that's grown man talk. So my thing is this, and I appreciate that. But there's always somebody coming with a deal. Always. Here's one from today. Greetings. What he says. Greetings, our team are excited to partner with your content. Currently, we're looking into promotional opportunities for mutual benefits. Feel free to share your thoughts, hoping for your response. That's not going to get anything done. That's too vague. That's not telling me anything about what you do, your company, what y'all provide. It's not even something I would take seriously. So you get anybody trying to send you information or details. Now, here's a company that wants to sponsor AI technology, wants to have a meeting with us. Okay, I'll show you this. It says it's an advanced AI video creation tool that allows users to create quality videos by converting it into text, speech, and everything else with virtual actors and other elements. It enables additions of gestures, facial expressions, and other styles and scenes. The tool supports nearly 100 languages and all of this. Why do people choose us? We're an excellent alternative for creating talking head videos. Nothing like that. And saying that while nothing beats traditional content shot with this, like if you lack a studio, camera, and actors or filming resources, this is your answer, helping you create natural, realistic videos without hiring external help. Are you interested in this proposal? Please reply. We will discuss all the details. I'll respond to you as soon as I can. We look forward to hearing from you and starting our collaboration. These are the type of things I have to go through every day, take meetings, see what's real, see what isn't. So my thing about AI is what a lot of people don't understand is I'm in business, so I'm already involved in that, in investing portfolios, and the majority of because I've invited you guys to join the fund, so you would already know what it is. Now, when we all come to the game and we all come to the table, in other words, you start to see other people and what they, try to initiate. The accusations, everything, right? Yeah, so they always come with this. So I'm always getting these type of uh, offers. We are interested in working with you to promote our brand to reach a wider audience. We feel that your blog feeds our products. We would like to offer you the opportunity to place a sponsored post in which you could write about our product and service, cooperation, remuneration to your work. Could you please let us know if you're interested? We're eager to work with you and believe such cooperation at this time and attention. Please write on my personal email. I have attached the letter. And these are the type of things, like I keep telling you, that's every day. People are trying to do deals. So believe me, when this man, Anton Daniels, is telling you about deals, he got way bigger offers than what I'm getting. So believe it, it's all real.
I don't know, man. I just came up different, and I'm not impressed by the same things that everybody else is impressed by. And yes, I do turn down money all day long.
Yep,
All day long.
that's what I do.
And I share all of my receipts inside of my Patreon. I share what I make, I share what's in my bank account. Let's go brokerage for brokerage. How about that?
Woo!
Fuck the bullshit. All of these, listen, I'm
Nah,
gonna tell
he
y'all.
gonna be ready for that. He gonna be ready for that shit now. That's his
I'm with
talk.
it. I'm with it. I'm with it. We can go brokerage for brokerage.
He gonna say, "Let's
Let's see
go
what we
safe
got
for
in
safe."
crypto. Let's see what we
Nah,
got in crypto.
he gonna want to go safe for safe, man. I'm telling you.
Nigga, let's go asset for asset. Fuck that. Let's go brokerage account for brokerage account. I want to see what's behind the curtain. I'm willing to put myself. I will
That nigga
put
showed me some
myself up
shit
as
in the safe
tribute.
now. He got
I
some
will put
cash in
myself.
the safe
Fuck
now.
that. Anybody can get some cash. Cash is a depreciating asset. I
I
want to
told him
go
that too.
brokerage to brokerage. I'm willing to put myself up as tribute, and I'm willing to expose myself so that we can see exactly what's in these niggas' portfolios, because they selling y'all an image, and I don't believe these niggas. I don't
Man,
believe them.
I don't think he gonna do it.
I don't believe them. I don't believe nobody until they show me.
He gonna just say you a small fry and he in the man. He make 5 million off this deal now.
God bless him. I want to see what's in the brokerage.
Shit. That right there going to baby mama.
I'm willing to put myself up as tribute.
Hey Gil, you hear the challenge? What's up?
So I'll show you exactly who I am. I'll show you niggas.
You asked about his studio. He said he got a studio.
I'll
Come
show
on
you
up here.
niggas exactly who I am.
And the link is pinned, Gil. Come on up. Oh, you know what, Anton? The feds stripped the no chill off this boy, so he might got a little more chill in him now.
Listen, like I said, I think that he is a phenomenal content creator. He was a phenomenal NBA player. I'm never gonna take the accolades away. And I think that he's a good person for getting his homies a bag. And I think
And
he's a good person for getting his homies a bag.
every
Oh, I apologize. You guys couldn't hear me. Damn, that's my fault. I had the thing on mute. I was just saying that I could never do that. You know what I'm saying? I could never do that. What? And this is not a knock on Anton Daniels at all. I could never sit there and basically start saying I got more money than you, or because I don't do that. Like, it's, if that's what he do, that's cool. But I'm just saying, to me, I've done that like when I was a kid. Like, we trying to say who got more money than that person. You know, you're supposed to grow out of that. You know, when you get older. You know, because I'm people in my hood or everybody else, they're not my competition. Like, Kwame might have more money than me, and that's cool. I don't feel offended of somebody having more money than me. You know, that just it don't make you a better person because you have more money. There's plenty of people that I have more money than. It don't make the other person that don't have it lesser. So it's just like, that might be his thing. I don't understand that. I really don't. Trying to play big bank, little bank, you know, you could do that with your friends, but to like really try to do that, like, I'm trying to get, what's the point? I guess because Gil was saying he don't have this, he didn't have that. He's saying, okay, let's play big bank, take little bank. Then I can understand it from that standpoint. But I couldn't, like, every day saying, yo, I'm showing you this because I'm really doing it, and just want to throw it on your head so you can know where I'm at and where y'all ain't gonna be. Or, you know, it would come off wrong to a lot of other people that don't have that, as arrogance, you know, and it's not a good look in business. Definitely, I would be a little hesitant to, you know, we've dealt with some arrogant people in business, and they love to brag about what they have, but normally they brag different. But they don't go and tell people what they have or what they don't have and say, I'll show my money if you show your. They go and buy things. They'll try to outbest they boys with their cars. Then they brag about the car. They brag about the watch. They brag about the new house. They brag about the new furniture, the new TV. They brag on the items that they have or where they go. And these dudes who have jets, you know, they brag about their planes. Like, oh man, your plane was discontinued, man. You know, like, they brag different, you know, so it's a different bragging. Like, I've been around Floyd Mayweather, so you know how he brags, but he don't really ever tell you what he got and what he don't got. He just talk about things that he acquires. Like, he's getting ready to acquire, or you might just read about it, because that's how they do it. They'll call the press and make an announcement so that they make, like, they ready for the world to know what they're doing. Because most times you can't tell people your moves. Because if you tell people your moves, they ready to steal it. So there, you know, that's where it's a little bit different, like, from that standpoint.
So I'll show you exactly who I am. I'll show you niggas.
You asked about his studio. He said he got a studio.
I'll
Come
show
on
you
up here.
niggas exactly who I am.
And the link is pinned, Gil. Come on up. Oh, you know what, Anton? The feds stripped the no chill off this boy, so he might got a little more chill in him now.
Listen, like I said, I think that he is a phenomenal content creator. He was a phenomenal NBA player. I'm never gonna take the accolades away. And I think that he's a good person for getting his homies a bag. And I think he's a good person for getting his homies a bag.
Now, here's the thing. He says, and I think he's a good person for getting his homies a bag. That's a double-edged sword. And I'm going to explain that for Anton, because he probably don't know what's going on in that department. So I'm going to explain that to him. The reason that you see it in that light, that, oh, he's getting him the bag, he's getting his boys the bag. There's no show without his boys. See, Gil can't do the show by himself. So he needed people to be on the show with him. So it wasn't like, I need them to do this and secure a bag. You know, like, I'm helping my boys out, I'm popping, I got this deal. He had to get the show first. He had to get them on board to do the show so that they can get the bag to do the show and had him. He didn't build a studio and had a studio built and get the deal until he was able to acquire the people to come on and do the show with him. Once he had the people that he was going to do, he was trying to leverage Kwame Brown so that they was excited about Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown almost had his own deal with Underdog. A lot of y'all don't know that, but Kwame almost had his own deal with him, and they were going to do like this documentary or whatever, and he already had his thing going, and then Gil got involved and said, hey, no, y'all can't work with him. He got to come through me. And they was like, can you work with Gil? You know, are you willing to work with Gil? And Kwame was like, hell no, not going to work with him. And look where it is right now. So yeah, he got his boys a bag, but now their job is in limbo. Gil will be all right, but what about his homies? You know, most of these people done got some money, and their lives didn't change. They didn't put down payments on houses, and then in 10 months, they'll all be over. Because Gil don't control anything. He gave the illusion he was the boss, but in the end, he wasn't. Just like we was telling him 2 years ago. And now it's all blowing up in his face.
Everything you saying, I
told.
Listen, everything you saying, I told him, and I kept telling him, look, bro, just stop this silly shit. You trying to prove to people that you beating me and all this dumb shit, because you gonna fuck up the bag for everybody around you. You got to show everybody getting paid. Why you keep fucking with me? Just do your thing. And I knew his
shouldn't be a problem. I should be light work. I should be light work.
Oh no, shit, no.
No. I should be light work. And
okay.
There should not be any problem whatsoever.
You'll see.
We're going in our brokerage accounts, seeing how much we got in stock, seeing what we got in crypto.
You must ain't never watched Gilbert videos when he said he was broke and waiting on his check from Washington, standing in a hotel. You must don't know Gilbert.
I'm not. I only watch the basketball stuff, bro.
Oh, okay.
Basketball stuff.
Well, he ain't about to show you no brokerage account. I'm gonna tell you that now.
I'll show mine, and we could put 100,000 on the line. Favorite charity, whatever.
Damn.
We could go. This is our version of big bank take little bank.
So basically, wait a minute, hold on now. We got to get this on record. So
I don't believe these niggas.
Hold on, wait. No, specifically, you saying you got more bank than Gilbert Arenas?
I'm saying let's go asset for asset, and whoever got the most in their brokerage account and crypto, then that's gonna be the winner.
Well, we already know you beat that.
And we can put 6 figures on the line.
Gil only think cash is king, so that's all he gonna have is a bunch of cash. Bro, hey Gil, let's play big bank, take little bank.
Cool. How about this? I'll let him include his cash too.
You'll let him include his cash? Damn,
I'll let him include his cash.
Hold on, Gil. You got to hit the link now, dog. He money.
If he can combine his cash, his stocks.
Man, Gil probably got $100 million, man. Gil probably got $100 million.
Cool. Then that means I'm gonna lose 100,000 in.
How he sending another dude up here to talk for him, man. His assistant is in the back chat.
I don't give a fuck that.
Man, we don't want to talk to the runner, nigga. We want to talk to the boss. Get your bitch ass in the back chat.
Has his assistant?
No, we ain't talking to that nigga.
I don't want to talk to nobody that ain't get 100 million views in a month.
Yeah, he the worker. We ain't talking to him.
I don't want to talk to a nigga if you have
Yo, Cino's in the house. He said, hell no. So now, oh yeah. So now that y'all can see me, yeah, it's all kind of weirdness taking place now. I guess the PC was doing an update. They were trying to do and run a sabotage play. Yeah, they trying to run a sabotage play. Well, there's always factors. Oh yeah, they were talking money talk.
I'm about to get some head. Hit me up if you.
Hold on, bro. Hey, look, hey,
All right, here we go now. All right, hold on.
you got to show everybody getting paid. Why you keep fucking with me? Just do your thing. And I knew
I
his
shouldn't be a
playbook.
problem. I should be light work. I should be light work.
Oh no, shit, no.
No. I should be light work, and it
Okay,
should not be any problem whatsoever.
you'll see.
We're going in our brokerage accounts, seeing how much we got in stock, seeing what we got in crypto.
You must ain't never watched Gilbert videos when he said he was broke and waiting on his check from Washington, staying in a hotel. You must don't know
I'm
Gilbert
not.
with money.
I only watch the basketball stuff, bro. I
Oh,
don't watch
okay.
basketball stuff.
Well, he ain't about to show you no brokerage account. I'm gonna tell you that now.
I'll show mine,
Nah,
and we could put 100,000 on the line. Favorite
nah, he ain't.
charity, whatever. We
Damn.
could go. This is our version of big bank take little bank.
So basically, wait a minute, hold on now. We got to get this on record. So basically,
I don't believe these niggas.
hold on, wait,
I don't
no,
believe them,
specifically,
bro.
you saying you got more bank than Gilbert Arenas?
I'm saying let's go asset for asset, and whoever got the most in their
Damn.
brokerage account and crypto, then that's gonna be the winner.
Well, we already know you beat that.
We can put 6 figures on the line.
Gil only think cash is king, so that's all he gonna have is a bunch of cash.
Bro,
Hey Gil,
I
every
hope he
time
got.
say let's play
I
big bank,
hope he
take little
got.
bank.
Cool. How about this? I'll let him include his cash too.
You'll let him include his cash. Damn,
I'll let
Gil.
him.
Now
I'll
you
let
got
him include his
hold
cash.
on, Gil. You gotta hit the link now,
And
dog. He letting you include the money.
If he got, he can combine his cash, his stocks.
Man, Gil probably
and
got
his
$100 million, man. Gil probably got 100 million.
Cool. Then that means I'm gonna lose 100,000 in.
How he sending he sent another dude up here to talk for him, man. His assistant is in the back chat.
I don't give up. No, fuck that.
Man, we don't want to talk to the runner, nigga. We want to talk to the boss. Get your bitch ass in the back chat.
Has his assistant?
Nah, we ain't talking to that nigga.
I don't want to talk to nobody that ain't did 100 million views in a month.
Yeah, he the worker. We ain't talking to him.
I don't want to talk to a nigga if you haven't done 100 million views in a month. I don't want to talk to you.
Hey, Gil, hit the link, bro. It's big bank take little bank time. He sent the assistant back here. I gotta take a picture of this shit. This nigga is really kill now. The feds done took the bite out this boy,
Hey,
man. Damn.
Quan, you got my phone number. I'm about to get some head. Hit me up if it hit.
Hold on, hold on,
Hit
hold on.
me
He
up
go
when these
Gil.
niggas is ready.
Hold on, bro. He go Gil. Hold on. He hit the link. Hey, look, hey Gil, I'm going on mute. You heard what was said.
Hold on, let me get on camera. Be on camera. I'm about to get on camera.
Shit, everybody cam up. Fuck it. I'm driving. Everybody camming up there. Fuck it. Gil, you might want to put that video game down, boy. This is right here deep, boy. Lord have mercy. I'm scared for you. You got your assistant in the back.
We all ain't nothing to be scared.
You got your assistant in the back.
My assistant?
Yeah, your assistant.
Right,
I come up here by myself. He always tie me to Gil.
Oh.
Yeah, your assistant.
And so what we got going on?
You asked where his studio was, and he answered. He said in Detroit, in his hometown, and then I'll let him answer anything else.
I asked him where his studio is.
Yes, this was Anton Daniels. When I made a reference to Anton Daniels, you said, "Where is his production? Where is his studio?" And he answered your question.
Okay. So what we got going on? So,
well, now the conversation evolved into big bank take little bank, and he believed that you a little bank.
He believes I'm a little bank?
You the little bank. I told him you probably got 100 million.
All right, so let's start it from the beginning. What was the how did this start?
This started.
Okay, so let me tell you the story so you can actually understand the story.
Okay.
2000. I started a channel in 2018. Was no chill, the No Chill Gil show. I went to Fubo and I went to linear TV. So I wasn't using the channel anymore. Didn't use the channel. So the channel was dead for 5 years. Because I was on linear TV. So I went to Kwame when I was learning YouTube. I created a smaller channel to beef with him. So because my main channel was gone, I came up with a concept of battle. It was, what the fuck was it? Battle. Hold on, let me turn this off. Hold on. Let me quit.
Man, the Anton ain't come up here to hear you tell
No.
your backstory.
So he can
That nigga had
understand.
big bank take little bank, nigga.
So I'm not okay. All right. So the channel that I had, I'm beefing with Kwame, which was a small channel. So I came to him because I had this channel that I wasn't using. Let's start a show together. It was a roast league. He told me basically, fuck off. I said, well, I got a roast league, got a poker, and then I got a basketball concept that we can use. Instead of going to Showtime, we can use this YouTube channel that I don't use. He basically told me, fuck off. So I went to a sponsor, which was Underdog, and said, hey, instead of going to Showtime, I got a platform we can use. We can go 50-50 partners. So I said, you guys build it. We have a channel that already has people on it because I needed infrastructure. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. So I said, you guys can build the infrastructure. We can split the concept 50-50.
What do you mean by infrastructure? I don't understand that.
I didn't have no infrastructure.
I did 70,000 in the chat from my iPhone 8.
Nigga, you don't have a show, Kwame. You have that's your show. You're a used car salesman, whatever that is. That's not a show. Okay, so we don't need you to talk right now. So I didn't have no infrastructure, meaning I only had
either way it go, I still had 70,000 people in my chat
Cool.
with iPhone 8 though, regardless of whether your personal opinion.
And what do you have?
I had
What do you have
70,000
now?
people in my chat with an iPhone 8.
And what do you have now?
You flagged my channel. Can I
Again, what
answer
do
you?
you have
You
now?
flag
What is
my.
the
Oh man,
what
hold
is
on,
the
bro. Hold on, bro.
substance
Hold on,
of
bro.
your channel?
We gotta stop all this over talk. We gotta stop all this over talking me and shit. Okay, we gotta stop that first. You went on Vlad TV and you said you flagged my channel. So let's not pretend like you don't pay people to flag my channel, okay? So what I have now is I have people like you upset that I did 70,000 in my chat from an iPhone 8. These are facts. So I don't understand infrastructure. Neither does Anton. So answer the question and stop trying to make it personal back and forth between me and you. Why do you need infrastructure if a motherfucker can do 70,000 from an iPhone 8?
It's weird how you want me up here, but for some reason you need to keep bringing your personal to mute me. What
Anton, you go ahead and talk to Kill.
you
I'm not even in
you?
this
Thank
conversation.
No,
So
you.
just
I'm,
yeah, I'm
I'm,
gonna go
So
on mute.
I'm. Well, let me preface this. Let me preface this by
Antoine, so
saying
I
this.
didn't have cameras. I didn't know nothing about lighting. All I knew was a cell phone. I didn't know nothing about like webcam, StreamYard. I had to learn all of that because I only came to YouTube because I was beefing with him. So when I came up with the show idea of like ESPN style, because I'm learning as I go. So I had this channel. I know Matt Barnes. They got
All the smoke.
all the smoke, right? But
Mhm.
they're on Showtime, so they have infrastructure. I got the knuckleheads. They have um what was it, Players Tribune? They have infrastructure. So I didn't have nothing. I just had a concept and then this channel where I had like 1,000 people on it. So I made the deal with them instead of going with a platform. So instead of going with a platform and you're paying me $2,000 an episode, I made a deal with the sponsor themselves because I would have been on Showtime and then Showtime would have had Underdog as the sponsor. So I cut the
Let me
middleman
ask you.
out and said,
Can I
huh?
ask you a question? Can
Mhm.
I stop you in between just to ask you a couple questions?
Yes.
All right. So because I went just purely based off of what you were explaining on your live stream, right?
Mhm.
When you say you needed the infrastructure, was the show already pitched? Because some people are saying that the show was pitched to Showtime or something like that,
Mhm.
and then you just cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So that part, all right. So I got clarification on that. And then the other part, the other question that I have is, did you think that the show would be as big as it's going to be? And that's one of the reasons why you gave up equity into it.
No, I didn't. I didn't know anything. I didn't know if it was going to be big or not.
Okay, I got you.
So
Well,
you
I
know what I
mean
mean. So
that adds that changes it a little bit for me. Because I almost think that if you would have known, and you can correct me, if you would have known what it was going to do, then you wouldn't have gave up the equity into it.
yeah, but it was the reason I gave up equity is because so I used to do this in the weed. This okay. So I started in the weed game, right? I was I was the landlord. What I would do is I will have one of these growers come in, right?
Wow.
They they
And he's saying wow because this is the dumbest dude I've ever heard in my life. You're under a federal indictment right now. You're out on bail and you're talking about a weed business. I come from the weed game. I had this guy come in. Do you realize that the feds watch everything? 50%, boy. I swear. This has got to be the weirdest activity I have heard. Really? I thought you was an NBA basketball player. I didn't know you came from the weed game. Yo, man, I used to be this drug dealer. It was like, had this guy come in, he used to plant for me. Dude, the feds are watching everything, fool. That's why Kwame came on there and said, wow, and jumped right off. I ain't even talked to Kwame about it, but I guarantee you that's why he did that.
build the infrastructure. They build the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
They build these elaborate systems. I let them get 2 crops in, and then I kick them out. Now I have the infrastructure, and then I take over the business. That was the same concept here. Let them come in here, build the studio, build all the equipment, do everything that's here. We got 2 years. Once it's over with, I got the infrastructure. Now I can set up shop a professional style. At first, I didn't know how to do any of that. And all I knew is most people just had a camera. They walked around with the camera. They set it up tripod style, and then they just do that. I didn't want that. I didn't want that style. I wanted what Matt Barnes. I wanted that look, the Pat McAfee look. So the only way to do that was to convince the sponsor. And I said, hey, listen, instead of you paying me and then I shout out your underdog and we do all this, we can be 50-50 partners. So you have skin in this game to build the show the way it is. You can use this as a commercial, meaning you got shorts, you can put your logo on it, you can put it in the algorithm, you can put it on my Instagram page, you can do this. So you are doing better because now you have full control of your product. Right. So because you have full control of your product, that's how you're going to make your money. You get to push the FTDs, you get to do all of that in-house, and you don't need just to pay someone these like a camera and stuff like that. You don't have to pay them and then they do it and you don't like the product. You can fully control it.
Did you lose control though?
What do you mean?
Because you don't, based off of what you were saying, you don't get to determine how the show goes. You know what I'm saying? Because the partnership, I get, you didn't really understand exactly how big the platform was going to get. I think you undersold yourself because you didn't realize how great you was as a content creator. Honestly, and I've given you props. I've always celebrated you and said that I think that you are incredible and that you got the #1 basketball show in the whole 9 yards. But at what point in this infrastructure deal did you give up the control to where you can't determine, hey, no, I'm executive producing this. I'm controlling my own IP. I determine how many times we stream. I determine what time we want to add a football show. At what point did that part come in is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, so I had 50% of both shows. So basically any show I produce under No Chill Productions. So No Chill Production is what's 50-50. They don't have rights to Gilbert Arenas. So this channel, anything I do with my name and likeness outside of No Chill Productions, I own 100%. So I'm not exclusive to doing deals, right, with other people. So I never really had control. I didn't want control of thumbnails and all that because I didn't really know about it. I didn't really care. Just you do what you need to do. I'll learn on the way when my contract is up, which is up in 10 months from now. I own all the equipment.
You get to keep everything.
So basically my deal is actually this. I own all the equipment. Now, when it comes to the show itself, remember, it's a concept.
Right.
It's not real. 50% is real if we sell it. Now, if I walk away, what do they have? They can't use Gil's Arena name. They can't use Gil's Arena crew. That's part of my deal. They can't use Skip Bayless and the crew. That's part of my deal. So that means they will have to start brand new with a whole different cast and everything. Meaning they will have to go somewhere else, get all new equipment and get all new staff and talent to start up a basketball show and a football show. So it's not.
I understand what you're saying on that front. What I'm saying is, how is these niggas able to take your name off of your channel, bro? That's your name.
No, okay. It wasn't them taking the name. I thought and felt this. I watched Matt Barnes, right? He had All the Smoke podcasts. Then he added, first he added Kevin Garnett.
Right.
So the Kevin Garnett show is under All the Smoke podcasts. So there's no Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, nothing. You're hidden under someone else, right? And then they added Rachel Nichols, hidden under someone else.
Charger over there.
So I was like, well, these two got hidden, but they're all individuals. I'm one person. I got a football and basketball. But if I had the Gills Arena page, the football show get lost. So I was thinking build a network. So it's basically like the page is ESPN, and then there's Gills Arena, and then there's Gridiron, the
Right,
football
but
show.
that's what
So
I
it'd have
thought
been,
that you did initially when I first seen the name change. But
Mhm.
here's the thing, Gil. On the live stream, you said that when you got arrested, that's when they took the name from you because your name was no longer good in their eyes when it comes to promoting the product and being aligned with the brand.
Yes, that's what I said.
But now you saying something different is what I'm saying. You saying
Because
that was always the play for you to rebrand, for the brand to
Mhm.
live on its own, basically. But then that's the thing that I had a problem with is, wait a minute. I thought, because honestly, from a business perspective, I looked at you as a genius. I'm like, oh,
As you can see, he said, man, I looked at you as a genius. And Gil is saying two different things. See, Gil likes to play the game of, he likes to play like he's the smartest guy in the room. And he'll be like, oh, this was my plan all along. But then it's like, your plan was to make yourself look stupid? Then congratulations, you've done that. Because it don't make sense. Because now you're saying you think that that's what did it, is your case that you got, your federal indictment case is what did it. If that's the case, your federal indictment, now you didn't change it because you were saying that was the plan all along. But see, what he's not telling you is Gilbert Arenas from the very beginning gave up 50%. He gave up total control when he got the whole deal. That's the part that I think he's having trouble with understanding. And he's trying to get the confirmation on that. And he was like, I want to know at what point did you lose control? He never had it. He didn't want it. He gave it away from the very beginning. Y'all do this, y'all did that. So they took everything. They took everything from him. He allowed it. He allowed all that to go down under his watch. And now he looks stupid. Everybody's looking at him like, man, that was dumb, B. Like you Gilbert Arenas. Like, what was you thinking? You know, so if you're Gilbert Arenas and you the NBA standout guy, right? What is you doing? You look real silly doing a deal like that. But he's a guy that's used to getting his check handed to him. As I told you, he's used to playing ball and somebody handing him a check. He's not used to doing any work. He's not used to knowing what's going on, and anybody could steal from him because he don't want to know what's going on. He just want to get a check and have it delivered. But he can't say that's the thing because he knows that make him look bad. So he's got to keep up a fake image and keep saying things over and over again and try to say, oh, well, this was my plan. You know, that I was going to rebrand and do all this. It was never in the plans. It was never in his plans. He's embarrassed because now the whole world knows. And the thing is that he volunteered all the information. Nobody asked. Nobody was saying anything. This dude could have kept lying. But he opted to do one thing. And the one thing he opted to do was to keep lying. He didn't even have to do that. He chose that. He chose to keep lying to everybody. I swear to y'all, Gil, this whole contract thing, man, we're going to go through it because, you know, he talks to me every day because he likes to brag. You know, we all know that he's lying the majority of the time. He's that type of individual. So if you know him, then you know this is right in his wheelhouse. Gil has always been somebody I looked at as slow. You know, it's like can't get right. You know, that's can't get right. So when you see can't get right in that type of situation, then it all makes sense to you, right? No, because it's not making sense to him because he's hearing this from Gil mouth for the first time because he's trying to make sense of it. Like, I'm trying to make sense. Like, what made you think that was a good idea? You know, like it seemed bad from the jump. You know, it didn't seem like this is a winning plan. All right, and that's what I'm saying. When something's like that, it's like, dog, that's not even a winning idea. Everything about it says loser. So for him, it's a win for me. That's how he looks at it because a person like Gil can't see himself losing. So when you he can't see himself losing. So when you're in a situation where you always been the winner and you always see yourself on top, Mel's in Paris right now. And the reason she's in Paris, she's in Paris right now because she don't have to deal with this. She don't have to deal with this individual anymore. It's Sweetie's day, and your Sweetie's told to get the hell away from you and go out the country so she can get with a real man. Right? Gil is a worker, not a boss. And that's just like Stephen A. Smith. That's why he wants to go to work for Stephen A. Smith. I told you, all these people, they're in the same flock. No, I don't got no beef with Anton Daniels. Why would I have beef with Anton Daniels? Like, that just came out of nowhere. No, why would I have beef with him for? Because he's kissing Gil's ass. I mean, he's probably a fan. See, you got to understand, not everybody knows what's going on. Like, all the stuff, the text messages behind the scenes, like, it's not a lot of people that's privy to that information. A lot of them, they only know Gilbert from playing with the Wizards, and they see Gil's arena. That's it. So to them, they be like, man, Gil's a cool dude. Man, he's funny. He does, you know, so it's a different world. It's a different environment. You know what I'm saying? So that hits different. If that makes any sense to you.
He really turned it into a whole network.
Hey, come on now, stop lying.
No, seriously, this is honest to God truth. This on everything, on my father's grave. I said, Gil is a genius. He about to take on all of these other ESPNs and all of this other shit. And he don't need nobody to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, from a content creation perspective, how you built the brand, how you put your homies on and shit like that, I salute you. And again, I think that you're great. But then
I'll tell you what, let's put some clarity on it. Now that we know he don't own, but 50% Underdog put them other people on. Well, we got to give them a shout out too. Let's give Underdog a salute too.
Here's my thing. Because I look at you as such a great businessman, And as a great content creator, my expectation of you is higher. Because I don't look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. Because you the brain, right? You the brain, you the brain. Without you, none of them other niggas exist in my mind. It's plenty of niggas that start a basketball podcast that ain't popping at all. That shit is trash. Let's just keep it 100. So
and without
now,
me, Gil don't exist.
so here's the thing. It's like, no, man.
It's the other way around,
That's
Kwame.
what you said, Gil.
I
That's what
think
you said.
Wait, Antoine, let me check him real quick. Kwame Brown.
That's what you said, bro.
You went
You
viral.
said you built No Chill Gil, and it went into Gil's arena. That's what you said.
Kwame,
You didn't say that. Clear it up.
Kwame, before you said my name on your YouTube channel, you had 1,300 people. You said
We're
my
asking
name.
about you though.
You
Did
said
you
my
have Gil's
name.
arena?
Hold on. You said my name and you blew up.
Filibuster King. Filibuster
Right?
King.
You had 1,300. I know because I was a
You
follower.
never had Gil's arena
I was a
before you
follower.
started talking about me.
You had 1,300 people. You used my name in the
What did
algorithm.
you have?
Should we go? Should we go to your video that you hid now? But it's your biggest video.
One question: did you have Gil's arena or not?
No, I did not.
Thank you. Keep
Well,
proceeding with that
hold
time.
on.
Did you?
Now, here we go again. Gil is lying. Okay. Thomas, if you had 1,300 till you start mentioning my name. No, didn't happen, sir. Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes is what really got this thing rocking. When they went on the show and Matt Barnes did what he did when he tapped Steven Jackson's leg and all of that, it was Matt and Steve Jackson. And they wanted to hear what Kwame had to say. Kwame was on Facebook doing this. We put the thing on YouTube. Then he came over to YouTube and started talking about it. They were back and forth. Gil didn't get involved in this thing till probably a year later when he wanted to ride the wave. He went and did an interview and he started mentioning he ain't want no smoke and he ain't want no parts of Kwame Brown. And that's when Steven Jackson got upset. Because it's like, dog, now you ain't riding. You come over here asking for help, but he ain't want no parts of it. Then he goes on DJ Vlad, does an interview, and he told Kwame and Gil had talked personally. He told him, I don't want you mentioning my name on nothing. And sure enough, Gil goes and mentions his name. Even though he said something, he didn't say nothing bad, in my opinion. Kwame's like, I don't want that guy talking for me at all. That was his only point. And true to it, now we know why. He don't want him speaking about him at all. He's like, I don't want that guy representing me at all. I don't care if it's nothing nice. I just don't mention my name. And then he used that as an avenue to try to build himself up. Because he had nothing going on. Yeah. So that's what was happening. Now, I don't know what Anton's getting out of all this. Like, as far as all this glazing he's doing a lot of glazing on here. You're smart. I'm like, you're a great businessman. You do great business. I'm like, great business. I'm like, if he did great business, we wouldn't be up here talking about this. If this was great business, everybody's looking like, what? I'm like, before Gil came up here, he had a whole different energy. What happened to the big bank take little bank? All that is gone. Now this then turned into a Anton Daniels interview. He flipped the script real quick. I think you're a genius. I love the way you looked out for your guys. I love the way you did this. I'm like, wait a minute. He flipped the script a little bit here. Okay, I see the move you did. Yeah, I'm listening to it now, so I'm listening to it now, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't got no beef with no Anton Daniels. I was like, but I just see what he just did right here. That was, that's that's textbook.
You have 400,000 before you said my name, or did you just have 1,300 people playing golf in your little outfits, being a nobody?
Let me say this.
I had 1,300 people and all the smoke podcasts, not Gilbert Arenas.
Papa, who did you tag? Did you tag all the smoke podcasts, or did you use your big daddy's name? Did you tag Gilbert Arenas, or did you
and talk to Anton? This was supposed to be
did you tag all the smoke, or did you tag?
Stop yelling! Stop being feminine. You stop yelling. I'm letting you talk, but you can't just yell. This conversation is not about to turn into you arguing with Kwame. You said something about a man creating a studio, and now it's a big bank take little bank conversation. You want to argue with me because you broke, nigga.
Now, as he put that in, and he really emphasized on that one, but here's the thing that people need to see and understand here. This was a big bank, little bank thing, and it wasn't really Anton trying to, throw the checkbook at him. It was that Gil came up there earlier, I guess, and said some things and just talking out his neck. So Anton came out. So, okay, yeah. So that now it makes more, like I told you, it's more reference to it now for him to start talking that big money and who got the bigger bank, because this person was talking out their neck. So he wanted to come out and do that. Right, Angelino. That's what I told you. And he's mad at me for him being.
I think you're broke, nigga. You want to argue with me? A nigga say you ain't got no money. Let's get back to that, nigga.
No.
You want to argue with me all day?
I think that I have more assets and money than most of these niggas, including Gil. I ain't changing that shit. So we can get. But
I didn't ask about.
That's a whole nother conversation. We can get to that in a minute. What I'm trying to understand is, and I'm speaking from the lens of a fan, right? Because I watch you as a fan. I watch you as a person, just like everybody else, because I think that y'all shit is popping. All right. I think that you great. I'm a huge NBA fan. I'm courtside as many games as I can because that was my dream going up, is just to watch you niggas hoop, right? But I'm speaking from a fan's perspective and from this lens. We looked up to you niggas, right? And so I have a greater expectation for you than I have for everybody else, because you have always, in a sense, been at the forefront. I don't understand, and a lot of people have been reacting the same way, and I feel the same way. We kind of feel like that's selling out. You know what I'm saying? It's selling out to get them folks your shit, bro. Because it ain't always about the money. When you get rich, it's like, how much more shit can you possibly buy? Like, at some point, it's like, we expect for y'all to actually be the businessman, to be the lightning rod, to not let other people take your shit or other people be able to tell you what you can and you can't do with your platform. That's the lens I think that a lot of people are saying from your perspective, from y'all. It's like, how much money will it take for somebody else, for them niggas to be able to, because it's almost like they look at your shit is more valuable than you look at your shit. We look at your shit like that because when we look at certain platforms and shit and it change because it get too corporatized or people can't say what they want to say and all of that stuff, that hurt us because y'all are a part of the culture, a part of basketball culture that's not sold out. When we see all of these fucking gambling companies buying into these NBA teams and the Dallas Mavericks and all of that shit, I hate that, because it's like, okay, so it prices out the fans. They can't even fucking go to the games no more at a reasonable rate and all of this stuff. And I know they got.
Okay. What the fuck is he talking about? I mean, this went left. I mean, left. I'm like, is he asking a question or he's giving a Q&A? I mean, or, you know, he's just giving basically a testimonial or something. What the hell just happened here? This dude going on a whole diatribe about price gouging and of the NBA, and they pricing the fans out of the games. And I'm like, is he reading the room? Is he looking at, you think Gilbert Arenas gives a goddamn about what's going on in the NBA and pricing people out? Gil's just walking through his house, getting through the studio, whatever. And he's like, what the hell is this guy talking about? And I'm sitting here like, what is Anton talking about? Like, I mean, he's going way off what was the point. He's on something entirely different. Maybe I'm losing myself here, but what the hell is going on here? Did y'all see that? Am I the only one? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Or did he just go way off into something?
Got to pay NBA players salaries and everything because it's a business. But at what point do we balance it out to where we can have independently people that's great, that create great shows like you? Or is it always 100% about the bag?
It all depends on what you're talking about. Like, you're talking about, when did I give up control? The beginning was 50-50, right? I sold them the concept of something that I thought would be good. They funded it for it to be where it is now. So at the end of the day, you got to look at a partnership.
But
no, you got to look at a partnership.
You don't need no nigga to fund your ventures. You rich, my nigga, right?
Yes, but why do I need to spend my own money on a concept?
Because it's your IP, it's your product.
Huh?
It's your IP, it's your product.
I don't know if it's a product yet.
So you
see? Now I'm glad he's doing this. I'm glad he switched this to a whole interview standpoint, because now y'all get to see. Now you get to see what's really going on here. Now you get to see the real Gilbert Arenas and how smart he isn't, and what a great businessman he is not. So the gaslighting he was doing was really incredible. Like, for real. It was like really incredible. I said, man, you really gaslighted him. You had Gil completely gaslit. And you're so smart, Gil. And because I was like, what is he going with this? I was like, this dude has done nothing smart. Yeah, it was crazy. But that's for Gilbert Arenas, that's perfect, because that's what he likes. He likes his ego stroke. So, you know, he's like almost unassuming, unalarming. He was never gonna have any problems there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would never be his problem. He would never have a problem there. He's being honest. No, so when he asking him, like, dude, at what point did you give up he gave it up at the very beginning. And it was like, dude, why didn't you spend your money? You rich, right? See, he can't deal with somebody. This is why he didn't want me up there. He knew that I was driving my car. I was getting ready. He knew, okay, Cino probably ain't finna be on the line. Let me go up here now and just talk to Anton Daniels. But I don't want to talk to Cino. Because if he talks to me, he know how that's going to go. He know where that conversation is going. We going right there right away. Because I ain't finna, I ain't gonna Anton Daniels you. I ain't finna glaze you, bro. And he's using it as I catch what he's doing. Anton Daniels is using it as a disarming technique. So Gil is not getting upset with him because he's praising him, telling him how great he is, telling him Gil is so dumb. He's falling right into the trap. He's falling right into the trap. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh my God, why? Because I was wondering why was he glazing him so much. I'm just like, dude, he's smart. The show is great. And I'm like, what? You're so talented. You could do whatever. What is he going? Now he's like, why didn't you just why didn't you just do it? You rich, right? Yeah, but I don't want to use it just on the concept. So it's like,
remember, I don't.
You
What
don't
I'm saying
believe
is,
in you more than they believed in you.
no, what I'm saying is, I don't like. This is 2022. I don't know anything yet about this. Right?
There, you don't know anything about this yet. Gilbert Arenas was on 3 podcast shows on FUBU. Well, 2 actually. So what is you talking about? You're not familiar with this. That's what's crazy that he said that. Like, I don't know anything about this. She had a show. They had a show together. And I don't know where that podcast show went, but it is gone, gone, gone. But he had it with the adult film star.
Month that he told me I had a sports show. I got offered to host a sports show with my childhood hero, and it was the most amazing thing ever.
That's amazing.
It was incredible. I got to sit next to Gilbert Arenas on a daily basis and just talk about sports with him, and it was a dream come true. And it was seriously within a month that.
So you had a sports show with an adult film star right there. So when you sat there and said, I'm not familiar with this, you was on Fubo TV. What are you talking about? And I think the other one was on Showtime Sports. Yep, Gilbert Arenas and Josiah. Did he forget that? You forgot this? You forgot this show? You forgot your own show. How you forget your own show, dog? That's 2 shows, 2 podcast shows you had. That failed. No Chill with Gil Arenas. You forgot that show? I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I ever had a show. Then I tell you, this dude is a bona fide liar. He just comes up with it just like that and just act like everybody's memory is bad. Because he'll come up with a lie to try to get himself out of something. My memory ain't bad, homeboy. This is why you couldn't sit up there with me and run this. You could not run that past me. Because I know better. I'm like, boy, you know I know better. I wouldn't have let you get away with that at all. It's like, boy, you had 2 shows. Pam already pissed you then came up with this show behind their back. And I'm like, that's why you ain't on Fubo right now.
There's no blueprint yet for me, right? There's no blueprint. I don't know anything. So I sold them the idea. What do you have? So now if I redid a deal and that's the same deal today, contracts up finally, then we can have that discussion. Now I have everything. Now I have 4 studios here in my house. Right? Now I know the whole game. I didn't know it before.
Let me ask you a question, Gil.
Mm-hmm.
Did you even want Skip and them on your show, honestly?
Yes, I'm the one who got Skip.
Hold on, Anton. Let me say this.
Here you go.
I'm gonna be honest.
You asked a question. Like, I thought we were talking.
Gil, you need to watch yourself, bro. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna be respectful. This is my show. I know it triggers you to have me speak, but we're not gonna do that, okay? If it bothers you for me to speak on my show, you can leave. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest. Most athletes and most basketball players, we're used to having people do things for us. So a lot of athletes don't know how to do it, and nor do they try, because we're so used to people telling us to shut up and dribble that we believe in that concept. So Gil said honesty when he was on the show with that other dude. He was honest. He said, I didn't know how to do it, nor did he seek out how to do it.
But no,
this is a guy who went to college. He should have sought out how to do it and how to run a business.
Credit for, though, one of the things that we got to give Gil credit for is that this nigga is transparent as fuck. Like
we have to give him credit for the things we give him credit for, but we also have to not let him weasel his way out of things he don't want to take accountability.
I don't think he weaseling his way out of it, Kwame. I think that he just being transparent about it from both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's just my opinion.
We got to give him credit though, Kwame, because
I give him credit, but I'm going to be
that
more.
Most people will never do that Gil does is that he just keep it 100, right or wrong.
Because he's like a baby.
Now we're back to the Glazer, but he's not keeping it 100. You see, here's what Anton is missing. Anton, listen. Here's the part you're missing. Gilbert Arenas is slow. All right. That boy is on the short bus. Him going into in depth to talk about his contract live on a stream with a gamer and a guy that, has his nice platform himself in low. But you did that with him, with your whole staff. That Underdog pays and basically act as if Underdog did you dirty. And it wasn't just you, it was everybody else in there. BJ didn't say nothing as usual, he just there. But Josiah was there, he felt the same disgruntlement as everybody else is feeling. And see, they don't have a game face like you do. You laugh it all off, but you was transparent because he was asking you the question. And he was like, no, I'll just stop, because he felt like this is getting out of line. He didn't know it was going to go like this. So, yeah, he didn't know it was going to go like this. Like he going to tell me in the chat, I planned all of it. Because he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed. He didn't know it was going to get this big, that everybody's making a video on it. He was, this is free publicity. Free marketing. This was my plan. Because he tried to lie to me in the chat about it. He tried to lie to me about it. And I'm like, dude, this is what you said in the video. They're not making any money off you. No sponsorships has come in. This is the words out of your mouth. I know what I said. I was just saying that so y'all can react and make a video about it. That was my plan. You see? That's what he does. No, that wasn't your plan. See, you said too much, and it's cool. We know how idiots work. And he hates the fact that I got this thumbnail. It pisses him off. 50% in the Poe unit. 50% in the Poe unit. Poe unit. You didn't fire me, I quit. Exactly. I didn't get fired from what's his name, from Nightcap. I wasn't getting paid, so how could I get fired? I quit. I said, I'm busy. Get somebody else to do it. He said he took a topic I had on the show and made it into a question on the show. That's why the show is bad. It's not a basketball show. It's a hack show. It's like, if you know Gilbert Arenas, I'd say, Gil don't care. I don't care. The numbers is what I care about. So if you got somebody whose only concern is the numbers, how the hell is the pot? And that's why I'm like, what are they talking about? This podcast show is good. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. I would love for somebody to explain to me what is entertaining about it.
He don't know when to not say stuff. I would have never said that. I would have never gave up 50%. When you don't know better what not to say, you're going to say everything. So it sounds like he's keeping it real. He's just too ignorant to know what not to say. That's not something he should ever say. He came up here and said that he want to teach 50% of owning a business and then not even knowing the part of the business that he should know. He said, I don't know. I know what they know. And it's like, we have to stop as black men. The reason why I gave you credit, Anton, is not to come up here and just say Gilbert is a great guy. No, from the business side of things. Hold on, let me say this. From a business side of things, I see the way you handle your business. And from top to bottom is solid business. It's not solid business from what Gilbert is giving up half of his company and then not knowing anything about the 50% that he does own.
I disagree with you on that, Kwame. I gotta disagree.
I'm saying he said it out of his own mouth, is what I'm saying.
Right, but at the same time, you don't know what you don't know until you actually experience it in that realm, and then you get the insight. But my thing is that not that it wasn't a good business move, because business is about money, right? I'm not looking at it from the business perspective. I'm looking at it from the ownership perspective and being able to control whatever it is that you want to do. If I want to keep my fucking name on there, I can keep my name on there. If I want to, talk shit, I could talk shit. I think that there's multiple different ways to skin a cat. You can contract your shit out. You can, do partnerships, whatever. What I'm trying to understand, and this is my biggest gripe from my lens, is how much money is enough money to where you say, you know what, fuck that. I'm not giving up no IP. I'm not giving up no ownership. I'm not giving you 1% of my fucking company. The only people that I'm dividing my company with is my homies. That thing. At some point, because we don't see it ever. We've never seen anybody that made a significant amount of money that says, I'm not selling this shit out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping 100% in-house. And we'll do sponsorships, or you can pay for spots or advertisement or whatever it is, but you can't control my shit. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not ever selling nothing.
You don't have that.
And that's why, because of what you said, I'm not ever selling. Because I want to control what it is that I have.
You don't have nothing. So
That's your opinion, but that's just
No,
my
it is
personal
not.
thing. I ain't selling that.
So okay. Now, here, let me ask a question. Since that guy's over there's, Kwame, how many pages you have?
That doesn't matter.
I'm just how many
We're
pages?
not trying to. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna have a personal
I'm not
argument
trying to
with you.
make you look stupid here. I just
You can't.
want.
I own everything I
Okay.
have
So
outright.
how many channels do you have, Kwame?
That doesn't matter. Move on. I'm not gonna have an
Okay.
effeminate argument with you. We trying to learn from this
This is a
conversation.
grown ass man
We have
conversation.
a
Listen, I can
YouTuber
go
up
to
here that has a better
Hey
channel than both
Antoine,
of us.
I can go to your channel if you want to actually have a conversation since he doesn't want to.
No,
But he wants to keep but he wants to
We
keep
can have a
interrupting the
conversation right
conversation.
now. I said move on.
I got Kwame is the
What are
one
you
that
talking
started
about?
this live
I
stream.
said
And
move
so I'm gonna
on.
just stick it with
No,
him. I mean, I'm
no,
gonna stay.
because you're saying something you don't know. It's a business, but there was no business. So Kwame, you
There's
got
no
3 or 4
business. What are you
pages.
talking about?
You go. So let's say you have what Kwame Basketball, that old channel that you lost. If you can take that channel and somebody give you 50% of it to make it into a real show that makes you millions, you're saying you won't do it even though it's nothing right now.
No, because I have a hard drive with all of that content on it because I own it and I could just upload it on another platform.
On another platform.
Yeah, like Rumble or Kick or anything. It's
You
my
can't,
property.
but you're saying that content. I'm saying if someone took the channel itself and turned it into a real production ESPN show, you don't use that channel anymore. There's nothing going on with it, and you're gonna get 50%. If what it got 10,000 subs, you're gonna get 50%. They turn it into the Kwame show. You got millions on it. You're making millions. You say you want to do that, and there's nothing to do with it right now, and you still keep your other channels. But
What was the question?
I'm stupid for giving away a business that didn't exist, a channel I wasn't using to build structure for a business and an empire I have today.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you Gilbert Arenas, and no matter where you fucking go, you're gonna do numbers, and no matter where the fuck you go, you're gonna do views. And
Not true, sir. That is very not true. Gilbert Arenas did not do numbers on 2 shows he had previously that was failing. He couldn't do numbers with an adult film star who was more popular than him. That Mia Khalifa, they put her on the show to sell the show. So Gilbert Arenas wasn't doing numbers.
no matter what it is, the platform that you step on, you got the knowledge, you got the insight, you have the entertainment ability. You just got it, bro.
That's today.
No, you
Antoine,
always
you're
had it.
talking.
Nigga,
But what I'm saying
had
is,
it when you was doing Vlad.
Anton Daniels then turned into a life coach. You got it, man. You're the guy, bro. Oh man, this is hilarious.
Views, and before you even started doing content.
but that's what I'm saying. But
some people
but you-
are born with it. You born with it.
yes, I'm born. Okay, but Antoine,
Let the man cook, Gil. You said
yeah, but no,
let
because
the man cook.
you're using me today to talk about a decision 2022.
No,
when I was
Gil.
on Fubo, I don't know anything. I just come in as a working bee. You come in, you pay me per episode, just like everybody's deal is right now. That was my deal in 2018 to 2022.
Gil,
I come in, I get 10,000.
Agent Zero. Nigga,
No.
you've been him since you was with the fucking Washington Wizards.
I don't like.
You
I don't.
60 on.
Like Anton really don't understand. He's trying to tell you, but you keep cutting him off. He was working at Fubo. He was an employee there. He was never his show. So him getting 50% of something, he felt like, okay, because he's not a boss. He doesn't know how to run a business. This is what he's trying to tell you. And you're like, dude, but you Gilbert Arenas. That's because you know what you're doing, Anton. He does not. He was a basketball player who came here. He's used to having somebody do something. He was like, look, I wasn't using it anyway. and they gonna give me 50% or something. And that's gonna turn into this. Shoot, they gave me $5 million. If they gave you $5 million, how much was they making? Or how much did they think they were gonna make? Well, that's the opinion, you know, that a lot of people they seem to possess and have. It's like people are just telling the truth. I know he's telling them I was getting $10,000 an episode. That's what he telling them. I'm getting $10,000 an episode. But his shows failed. And that's probably why Anton Daniels didn't even know about those shows. So you had two shows before Kwame Brown came to YouTube. Why they didn't blow up? Why they weren't number one shows? He didn't own the content. He didn't own the IP to any of those shows. That's why you don't see any episodes of those shows. But see, my memory ain't bad. So all this glazing for this show that Underdog owned, that built the show all the way up, which they did. Now he's trying to build another channel up by using Underdog too. He was going to build that channel up. So Underdog, he was going to sell that one to Underdog too. And then go start another one. Then he got his channel, the Arena Sphere, that he turned to Battle Mode channel. Yeah, I'm going to build that one up. And then I'm going to sell that too. All he knows is to sell. And they're like, okay, cool. We'll keep breaking you off some money. And we'll build this up. And we'll just keep paying you money. Because that's all he wants. He wants none of the responsibility. But what they're going to see is that it's a money grab. Because the shows aren't good. And what they need out of it isn't going to get accomplished. So they need somebody to come in and get the show and see if this show has real ratings, because we know that they bought the numbers and they botted it up and the numbers are fake. And nobody's really caring about the show. It's been more talk about this than his damn show.
Kobe.
See, I don't like this idea. I don't like this idea of a basketball player coming into a world he don't know and he's supposed to have the blueprint. Because
I did before y'all start flagging me.
I'm not saying that you're supposed to have the
bitch, no, you didn't. Stop.
Come on now, don't do that. Gil, come on. Okay, Gil, you gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. I ain't calling you out your name.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna bring him back up. But one thing we can't do, he done ran like a little girl. One thing we're not gonna do, we don't do that. Gil want to be a man on the internet. Call me a bitch to my face. Don't do that. We trying to get the content, but you too busy wanting to argue with me like a female. I'm not here to argue with you, bro. Asking me about my channels and my personal stuff. You put your content on the internet. I didn't. So we went over your video. Why you got to call me a bitch for no reason? Just stupid. That boy is a child. I don't know what's wrong with him. It ain't my fault he put that up. I went over it just like everybody else. But hey, it is what it is. We were having an ownership conversation. This ain't about what Kwame got over you and what don't. I would never do it. If you think you did what you did was smart, cool. I didn't call you dumb then. I've been calling you dumb for forever.
y'all got a contract with each other to beef?
This is the only way he get clicks and views. His most popular interviews on Vlad TV is talking stories about Kwame Brown. I haven't seen Gilbert in the physical form in over 15, 20 years, but he talks like we see each other all the time.
Y'all seem like y'all beef like y'all work together on beefing.
I don't have no beef with him. You see, I can't reel the conversation in. I answered this question. I said, don't worry about it. Move on. He continuously asks the same question. Just move on. I'm not telling you. Move on. This is not beef. If people don't understand, Gilbert Numbers get his best spike when he make up a story about Kwame. He said Oak was downstairs. I called my man Oak. Oak, what's up with this story? Gil talking about he was downstairs. He said, I don't know what the fuck Gil talking about. Gil sat there quiet while Oak was on the phone. So it's like he make up a story, get traction, and then get a studio out of it, I guess. But he admitted he didn't have Gil's Arena without talking about me.
I just think that y'all, I just think that there's certain people that got it, man, and it's a greater responsibility, even beyond the money. And I understand the bag and I understand all of that, but I just think it's a greater responsibility to show people, not just talk about it, not just teach it, but show people that people, no corporation, no fucking gambling company, no nothing can control you. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all better on your own. Like y'all are better than the fucking pennies that they throw y'all. Because if they able to give you, and this has always been my thing, if they able to give you that amount of money, whatever the money it was for the 50-50 partnership, if they able to give you all of that fucking money in order to be able to get this shit,
what are they gonna make?
It's be worth way more than what they offer.
That's what I said to Gil. He don't believe in none of that. That's why I said I don't want to talk to him. He keeps saying I'm beefing with him because he keep going on Vlad TV doing interviews about Kwame Brown. The only thing I said with Gil is just stop talking about me. Why would you go on this white guy show that got millions of views to talk about Kwame? Why not talk about Gil? I would be up there talking about Bus Life. I wouldn't go on Vlad TV to talk about Gilbert. That's stupid. But he always got to talk about me because for whatever reason, my name, you know, if you say something negative about me, it moves some numbers. People coming to watch. So if you look at the way he engaged with me, he always try to engage with me aggressively. Even though I said I'm just asking him questions, now out of nowhere is bitch and this and this and that. When if me and Gil was face to face, he wouldn't talk to me like that. He know that. So I can't let him play with me like that on here.
I think y'all would be better off. I know y'all seem like y'all sworn enemies to the general public. I think y'all would be better off working with each other than against each other. I think that
I don't know what the general public believe, but I think Gilbert is a master manipulator because I don't know why they think we are sworn enemies. Gil is infatuated with me because I'm everything he not. Gil know me in real life. Gil know me. I'm not selling myself for nobody, and what you see, you get. Remember when me and you was talking about doing the interview, how I said I was gonna pull up. I said, don't worry about it. I'll pull up on you.
Yeah.
So Gil know that he doesn't like individuals. He's like that dude from Italian Job. He's gonna make a shit ton of money. Gil knows how to leverage his celebrity as long as he don't have to do any work. Like he said, if he could just show up and be his little goofy self and get a check and go, that's good. But you can't pass that to your son. You can't teach that to your daughter. And so whatever little bit I got, I'm not diminishing him. I'll give him his props for what he do. But to say that I own 100% of nothing when I own everything I got outright, I'm not trying to take away from you. Why are you trying to diminish me? Whatever way you did it, cool.
I'm just tired of helping these snake ass companies like these gambling sites get addicted to the bullshit and then make a bunch of money on the back end from selling. I don't personally, I think that for some people, if they get a big payday, it's like, yeah, man, that's what's up. God bless, man. I see you. Like, you know, that's good for you. But for other people, I think that we have greater expectations. And, you know, for somebody like Gilbert Arenas, I want to see him win in a different type of win. I don't want him, I don't want to see him win in the traditional sense. I want him to beat the fuck out of the game and prove to these niggas that you don't need them. You don't need these fucking gambling companies. You don't need none of these bitch ass companies. Like I said, they come to anybody that they think can sell their audience. They
and
can't.
So guess what though? When I told Gil, listen, I told Gil because Underdog wanted to sign me, right? I had a meeting with them in Atlanta. And
see, I told y'all earlier. Now he's finna tell you. I didn't even know he talked about it, but now I guess he's finna tell y'all anyway.
I turned him down. I said, no. I said, well, listen, at first I told him, I said, I don't want to work with Gil. I said, he's too disrespectful. He ain't my
See,
cup
that's
of
what I'm
tea.
saying, Kwame. Like, why, it ain't got to be with underdog, but why not want to work with people? You know what I'm saying? That
Not
you,
people. It just comes with a level of respect. You wouldn't want to work with me if I'm saying your mother is a prostitute and this and that. You a little nigga. Like, that's not, I
I
don't
ain't know
do
all of
business
this.
with
I
people
ain't know
like
all
that.
of that. I ain't
Yeah.
know.
So he got on when I went viral. I was beefing with underdog fan or all the smoke or whatever. Gilbert Arenas, he waits till it fizzles down a little bit. He goes over to Tommy Sotomayor page and he go, Tommy Sotomayor, you know what he do? He get in the mud. He say something stupid. So he looked up a lady named Joyce Brown who was 5'5". My mother was 6'1", and she was out of Atlanta, so she went to jail for prostitution. So Gilbert Arenas go up there. Oh, your mama's a prostitute. Your mama's cooking wasn't nothing. And they get mad at me for laughing at him going to jail. They get mad at me for saying I don't want to work with him when everything about me came because he disrespected my family. I never disrespected his family. I never disrespected him. I just said he was a stupid motherfucker. That's my opinion.
Well, let me
But I
dip
can't
off.
work with that though. No,
I'm about to
sir.
go and see Black Phone 2 and take a nap.
Now, yeah, and credit to Anton for coming up there. I mean, but he definitely is speaking on a subject that he has no back history of. He just knows he's looking at it because he's like, man, why y'all can't work together? It's like, dude, that would have been happened. Gil blows that up. His ego gets in the way. And it's nobody's fault but his. You know, he's gonna have to atone and be an adult. You know, it's all on him. He keeps doing the activities that make people look at him crazy. I'm like, dog, it's only so many times you're gonna keep being able to pull that off. Yeah, it's only so long you'll be able to pull that off. Man, it's crazy. This whole game is crazy, bro. That's why nobody really respects nobody. And we're the only ones that's like that because Gilbert just wants to use people to try to build up whatever he got going on. And he was like, y'all keep falling for it. This is my master plan. And it's like, dude, what kind of plan is that? I thought you don't need Kwame. You can stand on your own. But now you see he's the laughing stock and he don't like it. Yeah, he don't like he's the laughing stock. He don't. He can't stand it. Oh, he hates it. Oh yeah, man. That's what's real about it. You know what I'm saying? When people see what's what, then they start to understand. But all the gill glazing, yeah, that was crazy. But he was putting Gil in a false sense of security, you know. Gil really started to believe himself, you know. Being investigated, you would think the guy would lay glow. He believes that they gonna drop the charges. I'm like, okay, if they was gonna drop the charges, damn, they would have did it by now, wouldn't it? That's what I would think. You know, that's exactly what I would think. Is that if somebody was doing that, I mean, that would be my main and first reaction. My main reaction would be what's actually transpired. Yeah, I mean, that's the part that would get me. You know, I'm like, I gotta be somebody that's right in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because these are the people that make the plays. They design everything. So they decide what's hot, what ain't hot, who doing what, who shouldn't be doing what, et cetera, et cetera. Damn! Damn! I had the damn thing beat. Yeah. It's a lot of mentally soft people out here. That's why all y'all right now should subscribe to my Patreon, because that's when we finna really take this to a whole nother level. Because then you're gonna understand where he went wrong at. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's really what people try to do nowadays. People nowadays try to, yes, Casino for Life is my Patreon. But that's why we say 50% in the PO unit. Okay. People, here's the reason why people don't. And we'll go into that. The same thing Kwame said, no. Right? You didn't see Anton Daniels say that was a good move. It's a good move depending on what person you are. If you're somebody that wants to be an employee and you have no creative control, then yeah, do the deal. Take the money up front, but don't expect long-term, valuation and long-term ownership. He think like, oh, the show is mine, and then I could just build it, and then I could shop the show, and we can go other places, and they're gonna give us money. If Underdog say they don't want the show no more because they're not making any money off of it, they're spending money to acquire money. Right? What does Underdog? It's a gambling site. So what does a gambling site want? A gambling site wants people to join the site, sign up, use the Gills Arena code, sign up, and join that platform. When they're not getting the signups because their traffic is majority bots and not real people, there it is. Like, I got memberships. Y'all should sign up for the membership. So when we do members only, and we do members only content for the members, and we start doing giveaways and giving away gift cards, I don't want to hear no crying. Like, man, I didn't sign up. I should have signed up. Y'all asked me about it. We got it. And then now y'all like acting like it don't exist. You're right. There's nothing wrong with being an employee if you're making money. But you know what happened to employees? They get fired. Can't fire an owner. You could just unpartner with them. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. It's it's a directive that you don't really understand yet fully. But when you do, then you understand where you should be in that scenario. See, Gilbert does not have creative control. So that's why his name could get taken off. They own the channel. Gilbert told us early when I sat down and interviewed with him. He told me they bought the channel, so they own it. I remember Daphne, she had a deal, and it was an employee deal, and they had a whole big deal for her. She was just doing radio. Her show was going on radio. And they were like, oh, girl, you about to get the bag. Those people are so into you. So that was their motivation. People was into them, right? And I'm going to tell you another person that did it that y'all don't hear from, and they covered it up. Amy Schumer, right? They tried to boost her up, and they tried to sabotage Joe Budden. Spotify did when she's trying to podcast, and she don't even know what she's doing. But they come right out the gate giving it to her. But she don't own the show. They do. They put up all the infrastructure. and they just hired her as the talent. So they're just there to get a check, which means they will be fired. They will be everything. Just like Undisputed, Skip Bayless had a piece of the ownership of that show. So that's why they had to change the name. Yeah, when Skip left, that had to go away. The Lil Wayne song had to go, all of it. Well, yeah, if you don't want creative control, then you end up being violated by creative control. Then you understand. You understand it a lot clearer when you no longer have creative control. When that's snatched from you, now you look even more silly because it's something you wish you had. You wish you had that creative control. Now you can't stop them from firing employees. Miko used to work there. They had a problem that they would have probably worked out if it was just them. But Underdog said she can't come back. So there was nothing Gil could do. She couldn't come back on the show. And that really hurt them because everybody liked to see Miko and see them tits on the damn screen. But now she's gone. And then I got Lexi Brown, who adds nothing to the show. So now we got to deal with that. Now we got to deal with just randomness on the show. Now it's all out of whack and he can't control it. Then they'll tell him to push this agenda or that agenda. And then you got a shit show. Then you got Rashad McCants doing gimmicks every week, and it's just getting more and more boring. Cookie cutter podcast show. Crap. Oh, I'm busy. I got Monday Night Football today. I can't come out tonight. We got to be a little bit discreet, babe. Yeah, you can hit me in the DMs. Now, he said that ain't Savannah. What is that? LeBron posing as Savannah? He was like, wait, is that Brian White? Hey, y'all must didn't see, man. She's coming home. I'm the florist. I'm not no pool boy. I'm the florist. I'll come to water the flowers. Well, Gil is stupid for selling 25% of his company. But he doesn't, 50% of his company, he doesn't know what it is that he's actually getting himself involved in. He's letting them pay him money. What did he lose out on? Well, he's not in the room when they have those discussions about sponsorships and what they're offering. Right? So he has no control over that. So now they could be offering big money for sponsorship deals. But he'll never know because he was too stupid. So now he's going to go ask gamers, what should he do? Or what should I do? When his deal is up, you know what he's going to do? Sign back with Underdog. And they offering him the low ball. Low ball. On Monday Night Football? No, babe, I got too much money on the line. All I need is this game to go my way tomorrow on Monday Night Football. The Lions got to take care of business. Now everybody see the stupidity of Gil. All right, Savannah, you're doing too much talking in the chat. You got to go in my DMs. That's probably Bill. That's probably Gil burner account. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyway. LeBron wants to shave his beard now because I said you could. Cute. All right, I'll catch you later, princess. Everybody going to bed. All right. Me, I'm just finna get some more work done. I'm gonna go into the Patreon. So I'll see y'all on my Patreons that's in here. I'll see y'all on the Patreon. I'm out.